Hello, welcome to my Dark Souls stream. This is my part 2 journey. The part 1 was kind of like without commentary, just because I didn't feel like talking then, but here's my part 2. I'm not exactly picking up right where I left off, but I didn't really do too much since my last video. If anything, all I did was kind of like leveled up and fought some enemies, but nothing major. And this is Dark Souls Remastered, which is the first one. I'm fighting a knight right now. Okay, maybe I can't beat this guy yet. I'm gonna have to run. So I've already played this game. I remember back when I first played it, I used to think the game was like really difficult. And I didn't like it at the time, but then I think what I did was ended up deleting it. I was playing this on the Xbox 360, and I ended up deleting it because I thought like, okay, this game is ridiculous, like ridiculously hard. And then after a week, I got bored of all my other games, and I'm like, you know what, I'll come back to this. And then I actually really gave it a try, like gave it a shot. And then, like slowly over time, I started to get the hang of it, and then after I defeated my first boss, I started to really appreciate this game for what it was. And like ever since then, I started to become like a Souls-like game fan. So I played Dark Souls 1. I never played 2 or 3 yet, but Sekiro, what's that other one? Elden Ring. I think a couple months back I had just beat Bloodborne, and maybe there's something else I'm forgetting, but that's one that I can come off the top of my head. I beat Elden Ring like a couple months back as well. So if you don't know what a Souls game is, it's literally like this. Here's a bonfire. You light it up. Well, in other Souls game, it'll be different. But let's say for Dark Souls purposes, when you rest at a bonfire, like what I just did just now, all the enemies you've ever killed, not including bosses, but like all the enemies you've ever killed, and some mini bosses, will return. So like, if there was an enemy right here that I killed, and then I went and rested at a bonfire, he would come back to life. And that's pretty much how the Souls games are. It's a very unique game mechanic, if you think about it. Because like in most games, you just kill the enemy, and then the enemy is gone for the entirety of the game. Or if it's like level based, then you have to go back and do that level again. But other than that, this game is made where if you kill any enemy outside of bosses and mini bosses, they will come back to life when you use the bonfire or resting point. And that's what keeps the game going. So every time you come back to that same area, there'll always be enemies there. So obviously I can't go this way because this area is a bit too hard. So I gotta make, right now I'm making my way back. Well, I'm making my way, what am I trying to say? I'm making my way to fight this knight. He's like wearing heavy armor and stuff, so I gotta try to make my way to him. If I have the key to the door. Which is right over there. That. Over there. I feel like for a lot of people who hasn't played Dark Souls, and this is going to be their first time playing, or whenever it is their first time playing, one of the tips I would give is okay, I'll tell you what I felt. Oh, hang on, this door is open? Oh, I thought it was open. Never mind. Okay, hang on. Let me deal with this guy first. Okay, my sword and strength is too weak right now. Okay, he's almost dead. Okay, so one of the tips I would give when it comes to playing Dark Souls, or any Souls game for that matter, is like when you kill enemies, if you see on the bottom right screen, you see the numbers there, and that's the amount of souls that I collect from the enemies that I killed. You use that to level up your character. Each game varies differently, but for the purpose of this game, that number there is the amount of souls that I've collected so far, and that's what I would use to level up my character. Now, if I don't use it at some point, and an enemy kills me, I have lost all that souls, and the soul is right where I last died at, and I would have to try to traverse my way back there and pick it up to get it all back. But if I die before I pick it up, I lose all of that, and I basically gotta start from scratch, and I would have to start from scratch and just, you know, kill more enemies to get more souls again. So it's like really important that you don't die, especially if you're carrying a lot of souls. But this is the kind of game where you will end up, just no way around it. Unless you're really, really good at it, you will end up dying. And I've beaten this game like maybe 10 times, and I've already died in the very beginning. Not by anyone in particular, I just kind of fell off a cliff, but another tip too is you want to always try to get a backstab if you can. Like this enemy is really, it's like too strong for me. If he were to hit me like 2 times, that green bar is like my stamina. So if my stamina goes down from blocking, he'll be able to take down my health. And since he's like a very strong enemy, it'll be like a one-hit kill. So usually what you want to do, unless it's like a weak enemy, you want to try to get a backstab. Like that, I just died. Now I'm going to show you, if I don't end up dying again, I have to go and actually get my souls back. I think what I'm going to do this time is just probably grab it and then get out of there. Just because I'm not like strong enough to fight him. Technically I could just keep backstabbing him, but he could like pretty much one-shot me. Which brings me to another tip. Third one. If you end up in an area that you feel is kind of too difficult for you, that means you're probably, if it's like way overpowered, too strong for you, then you're not in the right area. if the enemy kind of like matches your level, then you're pretty much going in the right area. Until you get strong, so you have to kind of grind for souls, and then eventually make your way back to the area that was once a bit too strong. I'm getting out of here. I gotta open the door up here. And this guy's like right behind me. Here we go. Oh shoot. Oh wow, he could really follow you all the way up here. Okay, I guess you can't come all the way. Let me see if I can try to deal with this guy. Come on. You want to always have open space. But you're going to have some areas in the game that's going to be deliberately narrowed. And you won't have a choice but to fight that enemy in the narrow space. And I know one game that comes to mind where you have to literally fight in the narrow space was Sekiro. It's like in the area where you first started in the game, which was like in some kind of well, like underground. When you end up making your way back that way, eventually, you have to fight this ninja guy, and the area was so narrowed, and you have to try to like, this ninja guy will like just constantly attack you, and he gives you no break to like build your stamina and block. So you have to kind of like almost parry or run and get out of the way most of the time. Uh-oh. Ah, he got me again. So this is pretty much Dark Souls. You die a lot, and it's important to not die when you have a lot of souls on you, and if you do, then you pretty much lost all your souls if you end up dying before you get to it. Try to fight in open space as much as possible, but there will be places where it will just be deliberately narrowed, and try to backstab if you can. Unless you're very confident and strong enough to just take the enemy out, you'll want to backstab. But there's some enemies you just can't backstab. Like, you can't backstab bosses. Yeah, they're too big for that. And just overall, this game is mostly like a trial and error kind of thing. Like, almost like a roguelike type of game, where you die and then you have to learn from your mistakes and try to do better. I can't really think of any other... Oh, shh! Damn it, it's right there. I can't think of any other tip. And tread carefully, too. That's probably my last one. Tread carefully, because you're gonna have enemies that might just pop out of nowhere on you. And for Dark Souls, there will be areas that are like... Oh, man. Yeah, there'll be areas that'll be made to purposely trick you. My soul is back. I'm not gonna fight that guy. I'm gonna do something else. I'll go somewhere else. You have to walk on platforms that are so narrow that you can possibly fall off the edge and die. It's a lot of that. And this game actually has co-op as well. And the way that works is this. Okay, hang on. Let me go down here. So co-op, if you see what I'm doing here, this yellow stone is where you place matches on the ground. This is like common in a lot of Dark Souls games. if you want to warn somebody of something ahead that you've experienced, to like say new players that are about to come around this, like right now, since I've already played the game, I know there's like 2 dogs down here that shoots out flame. For somebody who's never been here before, or let's say that's their first playthrough, I could write a message, and I could say right here, you could choose what you want to say. It's like all pre-worded, and you have to try to best describe the situation. I would put be wary of, and then you can choose from any of these. Be wary of, let's see if it has anything like dogs on here. Or you could play around and be funny with it, like beware of fatty. People do that too, but beware of enemy. Just for like basic reasons. So somebody new who's about to come through here will see this in their game, and it'll read be wary of enemy, and then they'll know to be cautious, because when they come down, boom, there see the dog right there. And of course, sometimes people use these writing and actually lie on purpose, just because they want to screw the other player over. You have to kind of like read this and actually decide whether this is true or not. And if you feel that it's true, like if the person reads this and says, okay, be wary of enemy, and then he goes down and sees that there is enemy, after he deals with them, he can come back and give it a like. I kind of erased that by myself accidentally, but he could give it a like, and the more like it has, the more it will make other people believe that what it's saying there is true. But it could also work the same way if somebody tells a lie and everybody starts liking it to get new players to believe it. And then this white stone here is what you place on the ground for co-op. You kind of get it from the character in the game, but this white stone is for co-op. So if somebody is... Wait, I hear footsteps. No one's around, but... If someone was like me, I'm like in my hollow form, but if I was in my humanity form, which is the only way to work to see these signs on the ground, I could be able to summon someone in the game. Someone from their world into my world, and they can help me. Leading up to fighting the boss. And if once you beat the boss, then that person kind of disappears back into their own world. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. Did that. So I pretty much know I'm about to head to another boss, and like I mentioned earlier, it's gonna be a narrow area, a very narrow area. You kind of forced into that. And with this boss enemy, you would not be able to backstab. It's too big and strong for that. Heal. Someone said, good luck. Hidden path. See, now this would be a lie right here. If you can't open this path up. Obviously no one rated it, but if someone did, they would be lying. And this is how it gets new players kind of confused, because they're like, this is a path, and they actually think it's a path. They're trying to figure out how to open this, but they can't. This could be a lie, basically. Here Someone says comfort ahead.
Somebody help.
So you always gotta make sure you can see a message on the ground. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to mention, bloodstain. When you see bloodstains on the ground, you get to see what happened prior to the person that was in their game. This person got killed by these enemies. So a lot of times the bloodstain won't be right next to the enemy. Well, a lot of times there will be a lot of bloodstains next to enemies they got killed at. But sometimes you might see a bloodstain just way off somewhere and there's no enemy around, and you want to check to see, like if you're unsure, to see what happened to them. And this person looks like he got killed by this thing over here. He was not being careful. Another tip, it's also good to leave enemies out, like this one. Like the enemy that I just fought, that I'm fighting now. Lead them out, especially if there's too many of them, and then try to take them out one by one. But I would think that would be kind of common sense, though. You just don't want to be standing in the middle of everybody, getting attacked from all directions. I think that's about the gist of everything that I could think of. Like just the main core of the game. See, bloodstain. Person got killed here. And there's another one right here. Since I already know there's enemies behind these doors, I could probably get away with killing them behind the door. Or maybe not. Oh, okay, there we go. I hit one. Come. Whoa. Parry is also important. I forgot to mention that. If you can time it, you can parry and then go for a front stab. It's pretty much like a back stab, but if you can manage to parry, you can front stab them, which deals a lot of damage, just as much as back stab. And this drink that I drink here, it's called the SLOWFI flask. You could replenish that every time you sit at a bonfire, but always remember that. I feel like somebody's behind me. Always remember that once you sit at a bonfire, all the enemies you've ever killed, like the ones I just killed just now, will come back to life when you traverse back to that area. Oh shoot, they got me. So I think I pretty much covered the basics. Oh man, I got a long way to go. What would be the fastest way over there? Fastest way would be... Hang on, let me think. No, I have to go the way that I went. There's no fast way here. There's a boss over there, but I'm not too strong to fight it. Right up the stairs. Here. I think what I'm gonna do is rest at the bonfire, because when you die, you go at the last bonfire you rested at. Until late game, where you're able to kind of like what do you call it? Travel, fast travel. I almost called it time travel. Where you fast travel to different areas. I'm gonna go this way because it's faster. This one. So I'm gonna need to raise my S2 flask, because I know I'm gonna be fighting a boss. And this is the closest one in the area. So the more you raise your S2 flask, the drink that you have, the more you're able to heal yourself. In order to do that, you have to have humanity. I'm gonna probably use 2, because I gotta use 1 to raise my flask. Okay, I made myself human, but now raise my flask. There we go. So in human form, you can actually summon people into your game if you see there's another player's sign on the ground. And I'm hoping there is one at this boss I'm gonna fight, otherwise I gotta kinda go solo. Wrong way. Damn, I'm gonna die before I even get to my stuff here. He died in the fire, all by himself. Oh, do I got the key for this? There we go.
Brilliant. Thank you. I
Think about that.
Oh, hello.
One more time, just to be sure.
Oh, I have my beside.
Always tread carefully. You never know who's waiting around the corner. Make my way down here where I last died. There go my stuff right there. Oh, you know what? Before I actually fight the boss, that's another thing I forgot to mention. Sometimes you might make the mistake of going into a boss fight, and when you do, you cannot leave that boss area until you either defeat him or he beats you. And when you have a lot of souls just sitting there and you haven't used it yet, and then you die in a boss arena, especially if you couldn't beat him or you're struggling to beat him, that's a great way to lose all your souls. The most you could do is try to like run in, grab your souls, and then start fighting them. Otherwise, you'll just end up dying again, and then you lost all your progress. So you want to make sure, unless you're confident that you can beat them, you want to make sure you use your souls before you go into a boss fight, or you'll lose everything. Oh shit. Here we go. So these white doors right here is pretty much usually where you're entering into a new area, or a boss fight. But in my case, I see no signs on the ground, so that means I literally won't have help. Try fire. Okay, I think it's saying this boss is weak to fire, but I don't have fire. Yeah, I'm gonna power up first before I go in there. Oh. Be wary of line and ambush. Normally we say enemy to the left because there is one right here. I'm thinking just go in. I might just don't know why that happened. Okay. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and just fight this boss because I think I could beat him. Take my life drink. Oh, don't tell me. Hopefully I don't lose connection, because that's what my PlayStation was just saying. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, he came down with me. That wasn't the plan. Kill the final dog. There we go. Wow. Oh, I saw with him. No. I'm dead. Oh, he missed. Headshot. How's he missing? If he gets me with that two-handed attack, I'm pretty much dead. No, don't come up. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Whoa. Heal, 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 heal. Headshot. Oh, if I did not block that, I would have been dead. You gotta try to keep your stamina up as high as possible. If you can get all your stamina down, you're left open for a full-on health attack. Heal. Okay, now he just spammed it. I'm gonna wait for him to come up. Uh-oh. He's literally almost dead. One. Damn. Not doing two attacks. I missed. Oh, I'm out. I'm on my last one. If I don't take him out. He's only a few hits away. One. Oh, I got him. Whew, that was close. I could see there's some people that died here. I might be able to offer my help if anyone wanted to get me in. I gotta unlock a door, which is up this way. I don't think I really need anything from this person right now. Maybe any of these, but not right now. And that. Ooh, I almost fell. Okay, I'm back over here now. Oh, I thought I had one. I guess I can't get one.
I have your reward. I am grateful. No. Oh.
So I think I might stop after about an hour, so I'm already about 45 minutes in. Prepare something. I upgrade something? That's not what I meant.
Oh, my guess. I will. So it was.
Gotta buy everything. Let's see, what do I need? I definitely need an ability to heal. Like this one. I need 14 faith to do that.
Come
Let
again.
me see.
The effect.
I got 11, so 12, 14. 3 levels to be able to do that. So, purchase this one and this one. And then I'm gonna need one of these. Damn, okay. Which one's better? I think this one's better. And force? Do I need that? I can like push enemies away from me. Nah.
Come again. The effect.
You are undead as well. Then we've no time.
Keep all that.
Did I not explain? Oh, rather.
Okay, this is where I'm gonna stop the stream. Something I gotta do.